Just because the man's your hero is no reason to confuse his life story with yours.
I'm not confused. He's been...
Approach with caution. Area under construction. Do not enter without authorization.
That fits.
What does yours say?
Tread softly. All that remains is fragile and may crumble with the first harsh touch. Sails inflated by pompous winds fall flaccid to the deck when the main mast snaps. So did this predator flop onto the ground.
For many years, I've been bringing my students to different prisons in Connecticut where they've been collaborating with incarcerated men and women on creating performances. And we've discovered that theater is a great way to give incarcerated men and women a chance to have their voices heard.
To hear his immortal poetry made mortal by a convict that never finished 3rd grade?
Dante was a convict too, you know, just like us.
Stop making shit up.
It's true. He was sentenced to death by his political enemies in Florence.
Sure, for bad rhyming. That's a capital crime in Italy.
He went into exile and never went home again, just like us.
The linchpin that ties it all together are references to Dante's Inferno, which is the text that we've been working with in prisons, and we found that incarcerated men and women alike identify with Dante, identify with his story about going to a really horrible place and finding a way to transcend that horrible place and get to a better place, which is the story of the Inferno. It's a personal journey from hell to heaven.
I've been out for now 3 years, and I come and I lecture in his class and to his students, especially the new ones that are going to prison. I let them know that we're not monsters, and you know, it's been exciting. And we usually do a play, and it's kind of the play is very interesting because it's kind of a combination of everything that's happened to myself and other inmates, and it's going to develop into something wonderful. Allegheny, what the hell do I care? Neither of them giving my ass an early parole.
Don't be so sure. What would you say if I told you Dante could get you out of here?
I'd say you're making shit up again.
A lot of things were verbatim from the prisoner's writings, and other things were maybe not verbatim, but from stories that were told to me by people in the various prisons. So everything came out of some kind of prison experience.
That's why I hate that poem. I got all the circles of hell I need right here in the Allegheny State Penitentiary. Been here since I was 14 years old. The last child in the state to get sentenced like a grown person. I mean, Dante was talking about prison, and that is a hell, and there are circles of hell that you just don't know. Breaking the deep sleep within my head comes a loud thunderclap. I shake myself like one forcibly awakened to my bunkie taking a crap. She, my new guide, brings me out on the tier, the first circle of hell. Why, oh, number 5, you're moving, the loudspeaker yelled. Beware, someone whispered to me, to whom you entrust yourself. Letting someone like Nino's be your guide could be bad for your health. This is too much for me. I miss my mommy and daddy and Raggedy Ann doll. Why, oh, number 5, you're moving, the loudspeaker would call. I'm in the circle now. That's around all the gluttons, where there's nothing they wouldn't do for food. And when I say nothing, I mean nothing.
One of the things that I hear all the time in all the prisons that I worked in is we want our voices to be heard. So tonight you heard those voices, the voices of these women and the voices of the people who couldn't be here. So I thank all of you for presenting those voices, and I thank all of you for listening to those voices.
Just because the man's your hero is no reason to confuse